Hey guys. So I am here to talk about the overview module that I made for our website, which is based off of Crunchbase, and I'll be showing you the actual website as well as the module that I made. And to tell you a little bit about Crunchbase, they self-describe themselves as a business information platform. What that means is it's really an online database with a ton of data, information about mostly tech-related companies, founders, their funding rounds, acquisitions they've made, just your go-to place to find out information. A lot of financial information about different companies, and it's all presented in a really kind of clean, easy interface. And I did the overview module for Crunchbase. So a lot of kind of demographic data about the company, very data heavy, and a very seemingly simple interface with limited state. And I think, it's fair to say that it's limited when I compare it to some of the projects that my peers did, but I also think I underestimated definitely what it takes to build an app and a website in general, and that was part of my learning process during this front-end capstone. So to segue into some of the challenges that I faced during these last 2 weeks with the front-end capstone project. Some general challenges is that I focused a lot on the data side of things. Again, it is a very data-heavy website, and it will be a joy to work with for someone's system design project, but this was the front-end capstone. And I spent too much time, like more than half the time on data. And that's also because of my tech debt in this area. So I did need to strengthen that anyway, but I had to pay the dues basically, and just getting my data to properly even like seeded into my database. And I just feel like I wasted a lot of time on that. And another general challenge was working remotely. And I really enjoyed that challenge, actually, because it is something I want to do a lot of in my future career as a software engineer. And this was my first taste of that. And being productive in a new environment and getting technical things to work. And I actually think I did a good job and found a good quiet space and minimized distractions and put in a lot of hours. And I feel pretty proud of that aspect of this whole project. And because I was in Sweden when I was doing this, and I put in my 40 hours, and I'm happy with that. But it required effort and conscious effort. So on the technical side of things, again, I chose to build this app in React and MongoDB, and the way they built it actually is in Angular and MySQL, because it is heavily relational, the data. So for me, it was an interesting choice to choose these frameworks, and maybe not the smartest route to an MVP, which is also something I need to work on in tech in general, to do more of this conjuring. But I do feel like I learned a lot. It was a good exercise in mapping concepts across frameworks. And again, there was more state to manage in a very simple interface than I thought. And I did not really make things as modular as is recommended by React. So that is definitely a takeaway. I really had things, I had a lot of, I did keep my state minimal, but almost too minimal. I had it really concentrated in a lot of code and in very few components. And I think it would have been cleaner and better for my project overall and more modular to have it separated across many components. And I'm going to just give you a look at my module right now to show you what I mean. So here you have my overview module. And then these two parts are dynamic and should only render if these types of data are present. And then you have some general, you have like their mission and their name and logo and basic demographic stuff. And then you have the social media segment and this longer description here, which should actually kind of minimize up if there's too much text, and I haven't gotten to that part yet. And it's reactive to like sizing and stuff, but not as much so like it to be. You see like this text kind of breaks out of the box. But otherwise, let me show you the actual website, and here it is for Apple. And I mean, I think I came pretty close, and I'm pretty pleased with that on the front end side of things. But still a work in progress, but happy with what I've done so far. So that is me on the front end Capstone so far.